So no protein, Bobby.
None. Zero. Pour all your protein powder in the toilet and push flush. No, actually, that's not true at all. And you probably got protein powder on you right now. So don't do that. But seriously, Joe, when guys in their 40s come to me and they ask, what supplement should I be on?
Yeah.
Protein, honestly, isn't even in my top 3.
Really?
Yeah. Shocks a lot of people, especially because I'm always drinking protein shake.
That's a really solid hook, because that's actually surprising, and I'm super curious to see what your top 3 are now.
All right, here's my deal. I want to start with a bit of a preamble.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to answer honestly.
Sure.
What's better to consume, an egg or protein powder?
An egg.
Steak or protein powder?
Steak.
Chicken or protein powder?
Chicken.
Okay, experiment. We take Joe Cebula number 1 and Joe Cebula number 2. We literally clone you. Joe Cebula 1 lives off 3 steaks a day.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Cebula 2 lives off 3 protein shakes a day. At the end of a month, who's happier, who's healthier, who's got better blood work, who can train harder, who's built more muscle? Like I'm going to guarantee you it's the person that's on the steak.
Yeah, for sure.
So what I'm trying to say is, I think we can all agree that we value food over protein powder. The protein powder is just a supplement. You get it if you like drinking it. Like I really like, I make a shake out of coffee, protein powder, a little bit of MCT oil, a little bit of cinnamon. Like that's how I make my shakes. By the way, Joe, have you had Bub's MCT?
Yes. Yeah.
It's unreal. I love it. It just makes the shake taste delicious.
Like
and there's
smooth.
a bunch of heart.
Yeah.
And if it's for it too, it's smooth.
Yeah.
Like that's how I make my shake. And it's literally like one of those, when I was in university in Canada, we had this place called Tim Hortons, and they came out with this thing called an iced cappuccino. Have you ever had an iced cap?
Yes.
It's like sugary, icy coffee. And this concoction I make, it reminds me of that. I have a little ice maker in the house with little ice pebbles and put it in. And it's the same kind of consistency. But anyway, I just love drinking it. But I'm not really under the illusion. What I'm trying to say is like that's a replacement for my real food or anything like that.
That makes sense. I think there's a real use for protein.
Yep.
And, you know, we always say you should get that ounce of protein for every pound of body weight, right? But there's also your body should need that. If you're not doing the training, like there's no damage done to the muscles. There's no need to build.
Like, I got to call you out. You said an ounce of protein per pound of body weight?
A gram.
Here,
Jesus.
28 grams. Was it 28 grams in an ounce? Oh, my God. 28 grams in protein per pound. Okay, calm down, Jay Cutler, or Ronnie Coleman, or whoever you think you are. But
you remember that video, the guy making the protein shake, and he's like, and while you weren't looking, I added some protein, and he just keeps seeing that over and over. That's that.
Right, but it's overdone. My point is, I would rather you have
that point.
I would rather you have real food.
Yeah,
like,
I agree. I agree completely.
My point. I use protein powder because I really like it. I like how it makes the shake taste.
Mm-hmm.
I like getting a little bit of extra protein because I think it's more important to get more protein than less. Sometimes I'm on the go and in a hurry, and I grab some protein powder.
The convenience factor is huge, right?
But I'd rather train you to eat real food.
Yeah,
I just want to put that out there. So that can have an honorary mention. We'll say that comes in 4th.
Okay.
So that said, what 3 supplements would I recommend? Because I said I wouldn't put it in my top 3. Number 1, fish oil. Not fish oil, EFAs, essential fatty acids. I don't care if you get it from plant sources. I don't care if you get it from fish sources. Fish sources, not slices. I can't talk today either.
None of us can think today.
Here's the science.
Mm-hmm.
EPA and DHA, that's what you get in fish oil. Your body can instantly use it in your body. It's super digestible, if you will. And like I said, it mainlines into your body. So that's why fish oil is probably preferable. However, alpha linoleic acid can get converted into your body into EPA and DHA. And there's a lot of science that says alpha linoleic acid does stuff that fish oil doesn't. The ALAs, they come from the plant sources. So something like a Flores Health, Udo's oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, things like that. The stuff from fish oil obviously comes from fish. But regardless, both are really going to help you with cardiovascular health.
Yeah.
So lower LDL, increased HDL. Some people say it helps with your blood pressure. There are people that say it helps with overall cardiovascular health apart from your numbers, things like triglycerides, things like that. And so heart health becomes important. You just went through a round of tests for your heart and you went through a physical. I don't think you were doing that when you were 18. I don't think you were doing that when you were 20. But like, dude, you're not for nothing. You're getting to heart attack age.
Yeah. Well, friends of ours have had them. You know what I mean? Like my cousins have had them. Like, it's on my mind.
Well, look at JP.
Yeah.
How old's JP?
He's the same age as us. Exactly.
Okay, 46. You just had the Widowmaker. And JP's not unhealthy. Mm-hmm. Like when last I saw JP for the Ultimate Fighter, finale thing, or my premiere of my show, we had that party at Traeger. Yeah. JP in no way, like, he trained with us. He wasn't on shape. In no way he did look unhealthy. He's 46.
Yeah, he works out all the time. He takes his health very, very seriously. And again, family history, it's on his mind. My
dad died at 49. So like I'm eating fish oil like it's candy. So fish oil is number one. Now it's also going to help you with brain health, which if you're a combat sport athlete like we've been, brain health is everything because we probably have. You've had more concussions
earlier when neither one of us could put a coherent sentence together.
Yeah. It helps with brain health. It's also going to have an overall anti-inflammatory effect, which is going to help you recover quicker and it's going to help you feel better. So fish oil is number one.
And I would just add on, like, if you could just eat more fish, eat more avocado, eat more nuts, like that's probably better than the supplement. But, if you're not accustomed to eating fish for, 3 meals a week or whatever, that's a pretty hard swing. Yeah. So I think fish oil is a really solid recommendation.
The other nice thing, and I'll put this into the same category as protein for this, it's non-toxic. You're not going to get side effects. You can't really like I don't know what happens if you eat too much protein powder or fish oil. Like you have to be in the bathroom. It's like the day after Taco Bell or something like that. But that's like nothing's really going to happen to you, and it's cheap. Yeah. Because let's be real, Joe. If you're a guy out there and you make $70,000 a year, $50,000 a year, $40,000 a year, like I don't know what the median income in the United States is, but it's not that high. It's not 100K. You don't have a bunch of money to be throwing down the drain of supplements. Like I say, throwing down the drain, like they're useful, but your wife's probably not going to be that happy with that, right? You got to pay the rent. You got to pay. I just read a stat where like, if you make minimum wage in this country, you can't afford to live in the city that you live in.
Yeah. Right? So like how you going to afford Americans are below that line. Like, wow.
Right. How you going to afford an expensive supplement? So fish oil, it's cheap. Yeah. Number 2, vitamin D.
Oh, 100%. I agree with this one. Yeah. Especially because I live in Minnesota. And so like 3-4 months out of the year, your body can't generate vitamin D from the sun because it's at such like a low angle in the sky. You don't get the full blast of the sun's rays.
Even if you're in California, even if you're in Vegas, even you're in, like, people don't go outside anymore. Yeah. Like we live and work and breathe at this desk. Like this is it. So when do you go outside? When do you have the opportunity? And I'm sorry, your one day on a boat on Saturday is not going to cut it when you're in an office in a suit every day. There is some science too, and this is going to sound really funny, Joe. The best way to get vitamin D is to sun naked. Yeah. Because your private parts, I don't know if I'm allowed to say balls in the podcast, but there's a thing like sunning your balls where like that absorbs the most vitamin D. But when can you realistically do that? Like we're literally...
Well, and even consistently too,
Even if you're outside, you're covered up. Yeah. So you're not getting enough vitamin D. Now, if you don't have enough vitamin D, your testosterone is going to be an issue. Your mood's going to be an issue. You're going to be more anxious. You're going to be depressed. Like it's a massive problem, and more people are deficient than how do I this? A lot of people think they are deficient when they probably are. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, and like I said, especially people who don't do anything to get vitamin D at all are literally going like a big chunk of the year with zero.
Now, I wouldn't just megadose vitamin D because it can be toxic above a certain level. Like fish oil, fill your boots. Protein, fill your boots, right? Vitamin D, you got to be careful. There's a couple of protocols. You either take between 2,000 and 5,000 IUs a day and just call it even, or you take 10,000 IUs every second day. I don't like that protocol because I can't remember if I took a multivitamin this morning. Like I think I did, but now that I think about it, I better go take another dose because I just don't know. Even that though, I would want in a perfect world to get a vitamin D blood serum test before I started taking vitamin D. I would just want to know what I was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So get a blood test. You just went through a whole round of it. How's my vitamin D look? My vitamin D looks fine. Okay, I'm doing the right thing. Keep it moving. But vitamin D, I would put in my top 3.
Yeah, agreed.
Third one, creatine.
I was hoping you were going to say creatine because I'm a big fan.
I wouldn't have said this 3 years ago.
Really?
I would have put it in the performance category. And I think that over 40-year-olds don't need to perform. Like, what do you performing care?
Sure. Yeah.
Like you're fine, right?
Yeah.
Buddy of mine, Tommy Hackenbrook, legendary CrossFit. You know, CrossFit had a Hall of Fame. Tommy's in it.
Yeah. Well,
he came third in the Open one year. He was the captain of the first team to win the games back to back. But we were talking like at our age, like there's no reason to deadlift heavy anymore. There's no reason to back squat heavy. Like we've toned everything down a little bit, do a lot more body weight. We do a lot more running. And by the way, he looks better than he's ever looked. And that's not doing like the CrossFit grind. You know what I'm saying? And he still shows up to the Rogue Legends thing and crushes it. But anyway, even we're not performing. And Tommy is an elite athlete in the world of working out as there is elite athletes.
Yeah.
So that's I would put creatine in the performance category, but there's a bunch of stuff coming out about brain health, about immunity, about all kinds of other stuff that creatine does that's healthy in the body. So it's almost moving into the health category as opposed to just the performance category.
I literally just had this conversation with a guy at work. We were sitting down between takes. We had our lunch break, and he owns a gym, and he was just asking about it. And I said exactly that. I said it's the neurological benefits of creatine are becoming more and more known. And for like, my grandfather died from Alzheimer's disease, and so this notion of like brain health and like if there's anything I could do to try to avoid that fate, I feel like it's worth looking into. And so creatine is for brain health. Why not?
Yeah, for sure. So creatine. Now, the third thing, my sell on creatine is this. Completely safe, completely non-toxic, literally the most studied supplement in the history of the world. And even if you buy a more expensive creatine, 100 servings of it's going to cost you $30.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, exactly.
So like what is that? Like 20 cents a day, 30 cents a day? Like it's literally dirt cheap. So it's like my thing would be, why wouldn't you take it? I get like the NAD supplement that's supposed to help with youth and all this stuff. Yeah. I like it, but it's expensive. Like you gotta justify, can I afford this? People are into peptides. Can I afford this? Creatine, fish oil, vitamin D, like they're literally 3 of the cheapest supplements. They focus on health. Now, I did say, and I'll close the podcast with this, Joe. I did say performance. Like even Tommy and I won a world jiu-jitsu championship at black belt last year. And I don't even think I'm training for performance anymore. Like I'm more obsessed with health. But let's say you are the performance guy and you are like, I want performance supplements. I would argue that any performance supplement that's legal is only going to help you 1% to 2%. If it really helped you that much, it'd probably be banned, right?
Look, use an example we've used before, right? Like clone yourself. Bobby Maximus training exactly the way Bobby Maximus trains, doing everything he does, except not taking creatine, compared to Bobby Maximus, who
I
is
honestly
taking
don't
creatine.
know what changes. Like for real.
Yeah.
That said, if I can be more healthy, if my heart's better, if my brain works better, if I have more energy, if I'm sick less, I think you can get a massive performance benefit on that.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you were low on vitamin D and you took vitamin D and that fixed your testosterone levels and your anxiety and your depression, and like, whoa, performance through the roof.
Well, I think this hits on a really important concept of the patience involved in health and fitness training, right? Like you don't just build muscle overnight. You don't just start taking protein and then wake up jacked, right? You don't just start taking creatine and then win a world championship in some sport. It's that one extra training day where you didn't get sick. It's those couple of extra reps every other day over the course of a year that builds that volume that creates a change. And so some of these changes happen over years of consistent effort.
52 days of working out. Here's the example I give. 52 days of working out. I've seen people make insane transformations in 52 days. What if you just got one extra day a week? There's your 52 days of the year. That's what you're talking about. That's where you're going to get better. So there you have it. 3 supplements you absolutely need in your
Good
40s.
list. Yep.
If there's any supplements that you want to add to that list, I'd love to hear. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below.
Make your point.
Tell us, what do you use and why? We love the interaction. Listen, this podcast is just about keeping it real. Maximus Podcast, we will tell you the straight truth. No lies, no gimmicks, no hacks, no 3 easy payments of $9.99. I was thinking of that movie, Joe. What's the movie with, it's Woody Harrelson and it might be Justin Timberlake, where like
idea.
Woody gives him a lecture. I got to look this up, where he gives him a lecture and he's like, yeah, that's how Warren Buffett got rich, by taking his doors off hinges to save himself time. Have you ever seen that speech? You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of what it is.
But that's like everyone's mentality.
TBI,
Like,
I guess.
everyone's got this stupid, like, if you sleep in, you're a bag of garbage. You'll never be. Dude, I haven't woken up to an alarm clock in 10 years, and I won a world championship last year. Or you need this brain hack. You can save yourself time by taking the doors off the hinge. Okay, it saved me like 3 seconds a day. Like, that's what people are looking for. We're just going to give you the straight truth, man.
Yeah.
Like, you got to work out. You got to eat right. You got to sleep. You get out of here and get to work. So if you like that kind of stuff, subscribe, turn your notifications on, interact with us, ask your questions. We'll probably answer them. Maybe we'll answer in a nice way. Maybe we'll answer in a not so nice way if it's a stupid question, but ask anyway. I'm not trying to scare you away. And we'll see you again real soon.